Hey, what's up guys? My name is Irina and welcome to my channel where I review everything tech. As soon as I got my Samsung Galaxy S10e, of course I couldn't wait to test its cameras. And if you missed my unboxing video where I share my first impressions about this phone, just check out the link in the description. So in this video we'll look at some daylight photos, portraits, photos shot in challenging light conditions, selfies, portrait selfies, night shots, and much more. And of course I'll test the video quality and stabilization. So the new Galaxy S10e has two rear cameras. We get 12 megapixels on the wide camera and 16 megapixels on the ultra-wide camera. I already told you guys that I'm really excited about the addition of the ultra-wide camera on this phone, and I'll definitely test it out later in this video. When it comes to apertures, this time Samsung has the dual aperture of 1.5 and 2.4 on the main camera, which should help us take better shots in different light conditions, especially in the dark. And we have the aperture of 2.2 on the ultra-wide camera. And let's start with some simple daylight shots with plenty of light. Right off the bat, I've noticed that the photos from the S10e come out pretty warm. Also, I had the auto HDR set to on, so it's only applied when it's absolutely necessary. I think that it definitely helps in most situations and makes the photos look more detailed and expressive. And now let's look at some portrait shots with blurred out background. To get a shot like this, you have to switch to live focus mode. Of course, you can control the amount of background blur when you take a photo, or you can change it after a photo is taken. Also, you could apply one of the 4 types of effects like blur, spin, zoom, or color point. I think zoom is pretty cool, but usually I only use the standard bokeh effect. And this particular shot came out pretty good, unlike the next one, where there is something wrong with my hair. Well, unfortunately, these kind of things happen with portrait shots from time to time. And let's move on to some wide-angle shots. So, this is the photo that was taken just about 2 seconds before this wide-angle shot. And look how much more you can see now. This ultra-wide camera has 123-degree field of view, and yes indeed, it feels pretty close to what the human eye sees. Yes, the wide-angle lenses always distort proportions at the edges of photos, but I think there's actually something special about it. I'm a huge fan of wide-angle lenses, so this is the thing I really love about this phone, and here are a few more examples for you guys. Now let's look at some night shots in pretty challenging light conditions with a lot of street lights. It's a pretty detailed photo, the sky looks slightly grainy, but I think it's a good shot overall, and in the next 2 photos we also have pretty challenging conditions with all these artificial lights. Yes, these shots are not perfect, but overall I think that the S10e has handled them pretty well. The next photo was taken when it was actually pretty dark outside. However, it came out well exposed thanks to a large aperture of 1.5 on the main lens. And from the same spot I took a wide-angle shot, and as you can see it came out pretty dark since the ultra-wide camera is limited by its smaller aperture of 2.2. So just keep it in mind guys when you take photos at night, try to stick to the main camera to get more light and details in your shots. Guys, let's switch gears and see how this phone shoots videos. With the S10e you can shoot videos in 4K at 60 and 30 frames per second, but keep in mind that not all the options are available at 60 frames per second at the moment, such as HDR10+ option and video stabilization. And now let's look at some 4K videos. The colors look pretty natural and real in videos from the Galaxy S10e, and as you could tell, I was switching from the main camera to the ultra-wide camera, so you could see the difference. The dual rear camera of this phone has the optical image stabilization. You could also turn on the super steady mode for even better results, and look at these 2 videos and see the difference between the super steady mode being on versus it being off. Stabilization is pretty good on the S10e. All of the videos were shot handheld, and I was not using any extra gimbals or tripods. One more example for you guys, and I think walking on the wet sand by the ocean makes this particular video look even smoother. Now let's see how the S10e shoots videos at night. Looks really grainy, but it's kinda expected when shooting at night using a smartphone. However, I have to admit that the stabilization is still pretty good. Let's switch to the front-facing camera, and here we get 10 megapixels with an aperture of 1.9. I took some selfies in the default mode and then I switched to the wide-angle option. And guys, this is so much easier to take pictures of yourself in the wide-angle mode. You don't have to stretch out your hand too much to fit everything into the frame. This is so amazing. And then, using the live focus mode, I took a portrait selfie. And here we also have different types of background effects, and you can also control the amount of blur. Guys, I was really excited about shooting 4K videos with the front-facing camera, and this is the video I got, so let me know what you think. Moreover, with the S10e, you could use other different modes such as Instagram, that lets you take photos and videos and easily upload them straight into your stories on Instagram. Then, food mode, that highlights your food and blurs out the surface around it. You could also make panorama shots. The Pro mode allows you to control and change the shutter speed, the white balance and the ISO, and you also get the super slow-mo, the slow motion mode, and the hyperlapse. So these are all the photos and videos from the Galaxy S10e that I got to share with you guys. Hit me up in the comments below and let me know what you think about the cameras of the new Galaxy S10e. Thanks for watching and see you later!